To today's edition of Left Hook, Right Jab. Joining us, as always, former City Commissioner Steve Novick and KXL's Lars Larson. This is also your chance to weigh in. You can vote on who you think wins the debate tonight. You have a couple of ways to do that. Just hit the Vote Now button on the KGW app, or you can go to kgw.com/vote as well. All right, gentlemen, we talked about a number of different ways to ask this question. We boiled down basically to the fact that several retailers have now agreed to stop selling assault-style rifles. Others still want those rifles banned, and that's the question tonight. Is banning these assault rifles the answer to stopping mass shootings? Steve, we start with you.
Lars, Australia banned AR-15s and other semi-automatics 20 years ago. They've had no mass shootings since. But even if you don't do that, at least we should limit the size of magazines. The more bullets you can fire without stopping to reload, the more people you can kill. If you can fire 30 bullets without stopping to reload, you kill more people than if you have to stop after 10. Kip Kinkle was pulled down when he stopped to reload. And Oregon hunters, by the way, are limited to 5 rounds per magazine. Why isn't that good enough for people who are hunting human beings?
Steve, here's the problem with banning. First of all, if the people who want to ban guns in this country actually meant business, they would say, let's ban not only sale, but possession. They stop short of that, which means that even if you ban the sale of AR-15s, the most popular sporting rifle in America, simply a semi-automatic rifle, there would still be 5 million of these rifles, 6 of them in my gun safe at home, in the United States. So it wouldn't make a measurable difference. You know, people steal these things. People sometimes buy them legally and then go out and commit a crime, as Nick Cruz did in Florida 2 weeks ago. But limiting the magazine size also doesn't work because there are millions of magazines in the country, and once again, liberal gun grabbers say, we're only going to ban the sale of new ones, we're not going to ban the sale of possession. I'm not in favor of banning the sale of possession or of magazines or guns, but here's the other difference. Thurston High School, where that happened, where they got to Kip Kinkle during a magazine change, was a very rare situation because there was 2 young men who were very well knowledgeable about the NRA and about guns and about how they worked. They were able to stop him. But if Nick Cruz in Florida had 3 10-round magazines instead of 1 30-round magazine, it wouldn't have made a measurable difference.
Well, there was a Green Beret in Florida. Scott Neal was quoted the other day saying, yes, it makes a big difference. We have to stop to reload. It's common sense. If you have to stop, then people have a chance to escape or get at you. I mean, Lars, actually, Australia did require people to sell back their semi-automatics. I'm all for that. The real question for you is, if guns make people safer, as you think, why is the American murder rate far higher than that of England or Australia, and the gun murder rate 20 times as high? Is it mental health? They've got crazy people there too. Is it that we're not tough enough on crime? We lock people up at 4 times the rate of those countries. Maybe it has something to do that it's much harder there to get guns, especially the deadliest guns.
Steve, I'm going to tell you, Great Britain actually has a higher violent crime rate. My source is The Economist, which I think you read. Why? Because they lack the ability to protect themselves. Getting rid of guns is not going to do it. And if you want to ban or eliminate the Second Amendment, you're going to have a tough haul. It's not going to work.
Lars, if you're going to live in fantasy land, I can't stop you. But the American murder rate is several times as high as Britain's. And the murder rate, unfortunately, there's a high murder rate among black people. The murder rate just among American white people is twice as high as Britain's. Again, unless Americans are unusually evil, maybe it has something to do with the gun laws.
And I'm out of time, Jim.
We are. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Looks like Steve wins the debate tonight online from our voters, 60 to 40, roughly. Thank you, as always.